Good morning, friends, stamping friends out there. I'm Corinne Braxton, and we are live, I think. Let's check. I'll check on my other computer, and we'll wait a second till people join us. Let's see who's going to be first and see if this is working today. Yep, I think I see myself on the computer, and we'll see who can join us today. I have lots planned for you. Oh my goodness, this is going to be a packed video. And I think I'll just start in these few minutes while we're waiting for people to come join us. Let's see, hopefully we're in the right group. You never know sometimes. Anyway, I have some of my team members helped we all did some swap cards. That means like if there are 10 people in a swap, we each made 10 of cards of one design. And for example, this was mine. This was my card, my swap card. So I made 10 of these, and then I swapped them. Everyone had a certain date, and then they all came to me, and then I swapped them out, and everyone got 10 different cards. It's very, very fun. So that you can see how this is sort of split. Let's see if we have anyone following us yet. Anyway, hopefully we are live. Anyway, I'll just go through these while we're waiting for people to join us. This one was done by Lisa Holmes. Isn't that pretty? I love that black and white leaf paper. That's from Plentiful Party or Party Plentiful. That big pack that's in the back on the hostess, but gorgeous card. Let's see what she did on the inside. I think she did something. We'll just wait. Oh, isn't that pretty? So she really blinged up the inside. That's sort of neat. This one was done by Dorina Manners. She lives south of here in Ennis. And isn't that pretty with the harvest papers? She put a little banner on the bottom. And let's see once here. This one was done by Jan Kaufman, and she used the, look at all the texture, the folder that she used. I'm going to be using this paper today. She used cork, and she die cut that wreath. That had to be really tedious, but very pretty. And then she added a little design on the bottom. Isn't that pretty? And this one is done, this is a fancy fold done by Levon Schwendeman. This is sort of a reverse. Hey, Martina, good to see you this morning. Hi, Lisa, glad you found us too. So if you missed the beginning of these swap cards, I'm just showing those. That's very pretty. And this one was done by Jan Heinz-Peter. And oh my goodness, this one is unbelievable. It says slide here. And so you slide this like this. This is from that free set, the door one. Feels like home. And then you open it up and oh my goodness, it's quite a beautiful card. Oh my, I can't imagine making 9 or 10 of these. And then you slide this back on. She's got some kind of, I've never made one of these cards. So she's got this mechanism that slides back onto the card, and I'm not sure that I can get it on very quickly, but anyway, that was Jan's card. And this one is Carla Boncher from Wisconsin. She used that, again, that feels like home. She used the blends on the door. But the cool thing in this card is that she took that brick embossing folder that we have, and she inked it up in gray, looks like smoky slate to me, and then ran it through the embossing, the embossed machine. But that is really, really neat. And then stamp some little tulips on the bottom and the inside. But I love that technique. That's really a good one. And then our last one was of this gorgeous card. Nancy Lund did this really cool background. It looks almost like batik, I don't know. And then she texturized it. Oh, really gorgeous leaf card. Anyway, those were our swap cards recently, and I thought I would share those with you while we were getting started. So today is September 14th. I'm Corinne Braxton, as I said before, and we have 2 weeks left of celebration. 2 weeks, that means 2 more weeks that we get to shop out of this catalog and get things free. My biggest recommendation is to buy adhesives, stock up. Stock up on white paper, adhesives, and envelopes. That's just what I do. I try to buy envelopes and white paper for the entire year during celebration. I keep them in a drawer, all of the envelopes, and then they will last. I try not to ever buy envelopes during the regular year when we don't get something free. So go through your supplies, check out what you have, and get something. $50 one item. Some items are like the Dahlia is $100 set, but most are $50. So the great items. Alrighty, we have a lot going on today, so I am going to get started and keep those comments coming, and hearts and thumbs up. That all helps the algorithms. So please just comment, just say hi, where you're from, where you live, how's the weather, whatever. Just send some hearts and thumbs up. That would be great. Thank you. Here we go. We're going to turn down, so close your eyes. Okay. This is just, hey Jan, glad to see you joining us this morning. These are just to show you, for me to get the camera lined up before I start, but I do want to show you these cute little treat boxes and this mesh. Oh, if you don't have this mesh, it's a keeper. I'm so glad they carried it over from last year. I love it. You can pull it apart. You can do all kinds of things. I just made these little treat boxes. They are so cute. These treat boxes come unassembled, but they have adhesive, and they're so easy. I sat in front of the TV and probably put 8 of them together in 10 minutes. They're fun. And then the stamp that I used is this little sleeper. I think it's a sleeper. It's called Little Delights. And I wanted to just show you that today because it has Merry Christmas, Trick or Treat, Birthday, Blessings, Leaves, Bats, More Leaves, Thank You. It's a great set. And it's just really, it's got a party hat, light bulbs. I use the bats and then the trick or treat. It's very not scary or anything like that. Ho ho is on here also, but it's a $16 stamp. And then I did not use this, but this is what you can barely see, and I missed it many times. It's called the Star-Crossed Embossing Folder. I've used it recently in classes, but a great set of stamps. So, okay, today we are using things from the annual catalog. We are using this gorgeous fall paper. We are now into fall, and this paper is called Beauty of the Earth. It's 12 by 12, and it's got all seasons, winter, spring, summer. I love the fall papers. They're gorgeous. We are using this stamp set too, the Beauty of Friendship, and the dies. They're great. And what else? Oh, and then we're also today using this stamp set called Banner Year, and I'll get to that on the second card. So those are our projects, and we are going to do some fun things. We're going to do bay window cards. Hi, Carla. Glad you're watching. I know you're going to do that donut thing at my mom's place with the great-grandchildren. How fun. These are bay window cards. These are the ones, I'll just show you. We're going to be doing some of these today. We're not going to do the gingerbread one, but I just want to show you all of these. These are so cool. This is the greatest thing. And if you are going to want to try these because they're fun, they're not hard. Once you do one of them, they're not hard at all. So my very first ones I did were the Christmas, this gingerbread-y and peppermint one. So I did these. I learned these. I watched a video from Kelly Atchison in Wisconsin, and she had very good directions too. So, and I've used her directions, and we're going to make these today. So we'll start with this one. And then we're going to go to the other one. So let's bring our supplies in. And I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Let's see if we can get that all. And the beauty is they fold flat. Now, one thing you can do, and there's an easy version or a little bit harder version. And it's not hard at all. I shouldn't say harder. I should say more time consuming. This one, they fold flat. They all fit in an envelope. I left the back blank because it just takes up, I mean, it's really pretty. It's really beautiful to have it on the back like that. But it takes a lot of paper and a lot of time, and especially on a video, it takes even more time. So I'm just doing these without doing the back. And we are going to use this beautiful Merlot paper, and that's the color I'm wearing today too. I have several Merlot shirts, so that wasn't hard. And let's see once. So the beauty of the earth is this paper, and oh my goodness, isn't that just great? We're going to use that one. The beautiful sky, that's a summer one. There's a fall one, and we're going to use this one. This one's great. Oh, they're just... And this one is so great for snow, I think, and in the wintertime, very snowy. I've made quite a few cards with this paper. Okay, but I want to bring in my little supplies, and we will begin because this is going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to take everything out and try to keep it together. Take it out of my envelope. And let's see once here. We are going to, I have it all written down. I mean, I've got a little chart. This is the little chart. And I think I think you should probably take a screenshot of this. So we're going to be doing lots of folds on it. And that is not hard. It's not hard one bit if you use your scoring board. I think it's a great tool. I think it's like $30 in our annual catalog. It's been there for a while. It's really a bargain. It's the best one. Before I was a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I had one by Martha Stewart, and I had another Score Pal or something. I've had several. I've had many of them, and none of them work as well as this. And I love these little doodads at the top, markers, and it comes with a stylus. So it's just a regular top fold card, and I'm going to do this now. So this is my Merlot, and I've already scored it at 5.5. So it's just a regular top folding card like we always do. And I'm going to put it in here, and now I'm just going to keep this here so that you can see the measurements if you want to take a screenshot. And I like to use the wider end. Rarely. Okay, so that's 5 7/8, 7 3/8, 9 1/8, and 10 5/8. Not hard, especially if you're making lots of these to get them set up. And the beauty is we don't even have to figure out eighths. We can figure out 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's 3/8. And because it's an easy ruler to use. Okay, so there we go. And I'll put that away now. And we have messages going back and forth in our family. Our grandson, Jack, this morning, he is hunting in Wyoming at their ranch, and he killed a bear, a brown bear, and it's very exciting. Let me get a bone folder that's not so dirty. I have glue on the end. Here, this one's a little better. Okay, so now we are going to give all of these good creases wherever I did that scoring. I'm just don't worry about which way it's being folded. I'm just scoring it. I scored it, and now I'm just bone folding it. These little tiny 1/4. So, girls, keep the comments coming. You can talk among yourselves. Okay, so here we go. This is the way it looks. I'm just going to fold that one back. Okay, and then it's going to be quite easy. Do you see how a bay window looks like just about like that. Okay, now I'm going to, you just watch along, and then I'll show you what I'm doing. I'm going to take my other card I already have. I like to use tear tape on this little skinny 1/4 inch. It's just perfect. And then I take your pick tool and I lift it off, and I like to lift it right in the middle. Okay, you want this is just like a bookbinding card almost, where you're going to fold it. Okay, and so now that would fold back, and you need that little hinge when you're making this card. Okay, now let's bring out the next pieces that you're going to need. These are going to be all the card pieces, and now you'll want to take another screenshot of these. You need 2 that are 1.5 by 4, and I dropped something on the floor. It looks like a little skinny piece. You need 2 of those, and then you need 4 that are 1.25 by 4. Everything is 4 inches wide. So that's really, it's quite easy. And once you get the hang of it, you will be able to do these in your sleep almost. I know that sounds a little hard because it looks a little complicated, but it's really not. So, okay, we are going to take our, I'm going to change this one up a little bit. I can either do this one or this one. I think I'll do the wood grain this time. And that we need 2 of those. So, okay, I'm going to just put that. I'm going to grab my silicone mat really fast and get my adhesive out. Oops, a daisy here. I'm stuck on all kinds of things. And there we go. Put it down like that's going to be our middle piece, the 1.5. And let me just see that I'm in the camera lined up, and there we go. Okay, I'm going to sit down for a moment so I can see these just a little bit better than standing up and being way over the camera. Okay, now we can do our side pieces. And we're going to need, well, I'm saying you're going to need 4. We're only going to use 2 because we're not going to do the inside, but I can save those pieces, okay? So you get the gist of it. 1.25. These are the side panels now. Isn't this paper just, oh, I just think it's so pretty. And we will put some of our adhesive on that, and then we're going to put this on like this, leaving just a little skinny margin. We're going to put the darker toward the bottom and more of the ombre toward the top. There we go. And then we're going to put one piece, we're going to do those little skinny parts in a minute. We need 1 piece of white that's 3 by 4, and then we need 1 piece that's 2 by 4, like that. And so I'm going to glue those on. So just like this. Yeah, our grandson is hunting over at their ranch in, well, they have to, there aren't any roads. You have to either fly in or drive in. And he shot a bear this morning on his way to the cabin. It's bear hunting season. The bears are coming down. At this ranch, there are lots of apple trees, and the bears come down to eat the apples. And so there we go. That's the inside. And then it's going to turn out like this. We are going to put little strips on right there. And so now I'm going to actually use some of my green glue, my little Tombow. I'm going to just put a little bit on there, and one more. And I actually, when I'm cutting these, I like to cut extras because you don't always know what your what your design is going to be. So let's see. So I'm going to just add one of these right here. One right here. And then I'm going to put one on the back right there. Whoops. This one's going to be, I thought they were all the same, but that one's going to be right there. It'll be just perfect. Okay. And isn't that easy? It's not hard. And then we need something to hold this open into, to keep it like a bay window. And that's where we're going to come in and add something. We are going to do some stamping now. So let's bring in, oh, this is going to be really cool. You're going to like this. This is really sort of a fun thing. We're going to take our, it's going to get a little messy. I probably should have done this one second. I didn't think about that. What did I just do with, here it is. Here's this little, this is the coolest label. I like these. This is from this set called, this I think is a little hidden one. I've not even used it very much, but I really like it, what I've done so far. It's called Festive and Bright. It's got this blessed that's so nice, or blessed, and festive and bright, spooky greetings to and from this cute spider. It's got these, and then it's got these great dies, and I've used these today. So I'm using this label. I use this for apples and pumpkins and the leaves right there. Just really nice, and you're going to see that in a minute. Nice set. And I'm anxious to try some more things because this is like for cutting out a design on the side of your card, but I haven't done that yet. So festive and bright, and that's in the mini catalog. Okay, so we are going to bring in our stamps, and we need to have a, I have a huge area here filled with supplies for both of these cards. We're going to bring in our stamping, I'm going to do this in a minute, our baby wipes. We're going to bring in this for our tree. And let's see if I can find some ink here. We have Early Espresso. And we're going to bring in this tree from Beauty of the Earth. I'm going to give it a good stamp. And I'm going to put it right up. It's going to cover this whole label. And isn't that pretty? Just, I don't know, it's pretty. It's just such a nice stamp. It's funny, huh? Yeah, it's not really, I mean, there's nothing fancy about it. And I'm going to add a little of this. I didn't do this on the other one, but I'm going to bring in a little of this olive green. I did not put it down here, but this morning as I was setting up, I thought, gee, it looks like it needs a little grass right there or dirt or something. And so and we have a little stamp that comes with the set. And I'm just going to put that on there like that. There, it gives it a little ground to sit on. I think that's good to have that. And you can sort of see those little dots of white. That's from because it's a stitched piece. Now we need the part for the blessed. We're using the word blessed on this. And let's see once, where do I have that? Here we go. And I'm doing that in Merlot. Yeah, I had not used my Merlot for about a year. Literally, I think I use it the most in the fall. And anyway, I had to re-ink. I have two pads, and they were both very, very, very dry. So I had to re-ink them. Let's get this lined up and get above it like this. There we go. Very pretty. Isn't that it's a very, very clean font. I don't know. It's just a pretty neat looking. Okay, now we'll set that aside. We're going to set our tree aside and our other thing aside too. Well, maybe we won't. Maybe we'll just, before I get really messy, because I am going to get really messy here, I am going to, I think I'll just put this on. I'm going to put this on. It's not finished. It's going to get some leaves, but I am going to just, I'll just put it on, and then it'll be out of the way because my hands are going to get inky. I'm just going to put one large cut up piece of foam right there. Isn't that easy? I love these. As you well know, I use them all the time. Okay, and we'll finish that in a minute. And then we're going to, I already cut some little apples. Do you see those? How wide are the strips, Martina? Those little tiny ones are 1/4 of an inch by 4. But I took two apples and put them together with one dimensional. And now I'm going to take another dimensional, because then I can take this dimensional, put it on the back. You want this to have some height so that it, I can't get it with my fingernails. There we go. You want it to have some height so it'll stay open. Like that. Just like that. That'll hold it. And now I can just take my Blessed and my adhesive, and you can put it right here along the side. Love that, don't you? And this one has wood grain. Now we're going to do these branches. I'm going to show you that next. This is one of my favorite techniques. I've done it for years, and I have done it for years, and I'm needing a Kleenex right now. Reach one here. This is, I used to do it on felt. I'm going to set these aside. But you can do it on baby wipes or felt, just regular felt. But I've taken regular baby wipes mine are from Costco. I've gotten 2 of these, and I folded them like 4 times each. And I try to have no wrinkles in them. Okay, so now I'm going to take my re-inkers. And this is just a fun technique. And you can make, if you want to make lots of cards, you can do it. I'm going to just take my re-inkers, put lots of ink, just drop about 5 drops of ink on each one of each color. And that was Bumblebee. No, I'm sorry. It was Mango Melody. This one's going to be green. This is Old Olive green, not just plain green. This one is Mary Merlot. This is a pretty strong color, so we don't want to get too much of this. I'm just going to get a little bit in there. The beauty of this, and the beauty of felt, is that you can put it in a plastic container and it'll stay for weeks. It'll stay wet. Now, this absolutely works the very, very best on red rubber stamps that are, but we have photopolymer in this set, so this is what we're going to do. But we're going to take our treetop like this, and I'm going to just make sure I have everything. I have to get my white paper is what I have to get. Oh, here it is, right here. And you can see, what you have to do when you're doing this, you have to make sure you stamp, you tap, 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 tap in the same place. And then you stamp like that. Isn't that gorgeous? And you do it again. And you do it again. And then you can do probably 10 or 15 cards. It's especially, here's a red rubber stamp, but watch this leaf one. Oh, these are just tap, 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 tap. And then you, look at that leaf. Aren't those pretty? This is the re-inkers with baby wipes. Let's do our envelope so we have a nice feel for this. So we'll set those aside for now, and we'll do a leaf on our envelope since we've got that out. Isn't that pretty? And let's see let's do it on one more envelope if I can find one here. And I don't think I can find one. I always have lots of them. They fall out all the time. Let's see what's here. No, I'm not going to be able to find another one. It's handy. I actually put, I already did the envelopes like this. So, but we can put a stamp on the front. That would be great. So we'll do that. So we stamp, and there we go. Isn't that pretty? Now, what I'll do with that, with this piece is I will take this, and I've just used a big clear block. I'll take that piece and put it in a little Tupperware plastic container, put the cover on, and I'll be able to finish making cards like this I'll make 10 or 15. Very, very easy. So, but you're never going to get the same thing. It's always going to be different. It's always going to be slightly different. So I'm going to set that aside, and we're going to bring our card back in. Okay, there we go. And just going to cover that up a little bit. I should have brought that plastic dish right away because I like to put it in there. Okay, there we go. And now this will not be quite the same because this was the piece that we just stamped. Isn't that just gorgeous? But I already cut out, I already die cut another piece. It's not nearly as pretty. So here would be a green one. And I'm just using one of these. Here's the fall ones that I did another time. So we'll just put that on. It'll be fine. It's not quite as dramatic as that one, but it will still work just super. So we're going to pop that up with some dimensionals. I'm going to flatten that out, and I'll just take some dimensionals on here, and a big piece came off. And we'll just put that back right there. But if you start making cards with this baby wipe technique, oh my goodness, you won't be able to stop. It's so fun. There we go. Isn't that pretty? And our card is finished. Just like that. And it was making me very, very thirsty. And here is our envelope to match it. Well, this is actually the other one. But let's see, what's the envelope for this one is, I don't know where, but we'll find it. Here's the plain one right here. This will work just fine. So it fits you open it up. I don't know, I was going to stamp something on the inside. Oh, I didn't. I forgot to do that. I am going to stamp, bring my piercing mat back in because everything here in this set is, and the other one, You Truly Inspire Me. This is all in the set, but I think I'm going to do the friendship one. I like this one too. Friendship refreshes the soul. I'm blessed to know you. Friendship refreshes the soul. Like that. Cool. And there we go. You know that the red, any form of red will stain your blocks, your photopolymer. It never makes a difference, not one bit of a difference. However, it won't come off very easily. And no other color does that, only reds and maroons and this Merlot, for example. Okay, we'll put that one right there and our little dish of things aside. And now we'll do the other card, and this is going to be, again, it's going to be a fun fold, the same fun fold, the bay window. I'm going to do a little different technique on this one. Let me see here. Okay. I've got a lot of pieces here again. I'm going to have you choose some pieces. I got some Q-tips here. Oh, Martina, it's a great idea. You could certainly stamp your multicolor in the message. Yes, you certainly could. Okay, here we have our same piece as we had before. These are the you can sort of see again if you want to take a screenshot. It's just a top folding card, 5 and 7/8, 7 3/8, 9 and 1/8, 10 and 5/8. Oh, hi, Melissa. Good to see you. I hope you're feeling better and doing well there in California. Take this apart now. And let's see here. We're going to just, I like this. This is my trick. I put it on. You always want to make sure you burnish it well with your fingernail or your bone folder. And then start in the middle and it'll just pop right up like that. So that gives us the little bookbinding crease right there. So there it is. And we're going to put it like this. And now we're going to make some, we're going to add some colors. Okay, and so again, I have these written out for us. The 1 1/4 are going to go on the sides like this. We're going to have a piece that's one, again, we're using that brown wood grain. This is all from that paper. This one is 1 1/4. I'm sorry, it's not 1 1/4. It's 1 1/2. The middle is 1 1/2. The side pieces are 1 1/4. So you need one of those. And we'll do those. We're going to get those glued on. I'll just put those little tabs right there. I'll try to write down these measurements for you because it is confusing. But it just works on any card to do it that way. Let's see, our little silicone mat. Here it is, right over here. It's over on my little table next to me. So we'll bring this in and we will just real quickly put adhesive on these pieces. This one's going to be totally different than the other ones too. So these go on the side. You want to make sure your leaves go the right direction. I wish I had bought more of this paper. I still can, obviously, but it was on sale a couple months ago when we had that DSP sale. And I wasn't using much of it then, but now, it's great fall paper, great winter paper. This is really pretty in the middle. And then we're going to open it up like this. And then the inside we have 3 3/4. Not 3 3/4, 3 by 4. And right next to it we have we have one piece and it's 2 inches by 4. Again, everything is 4 inches. So that's easy. And you can I just cut a 4-inch strip of paper and then I did my different cuts. So you definitely need to look at your directions. This is one of those cards where, I don't have that all memorized, but they're very easy to make. Once you've made one, you can make lots of them. And the second one, it goes together even faster. So let's put this up here like that. And then our white piece. Whoops. Well, we're at the very end of that one. So we'll put this on like that. And look at that. It's almost finished already. So on this one, you tell me, what do you think? So we can put some leaves like this. I put some leaves together with some dimensionals. There's some of our free celebration bedazzled paper. If you don't have that, that's a good thing to get. Here I took some of those little pumpkins from that banner set. I showed it to you before. It was in that. But now we're going to use the banner year stamps. We're going to use this pumpkin and that little edge. And with a grateful heart, we're going to use this. This is a great one, too. A sort of a sleeper. It's in the annual catalog. It's got Christmas, Halloween, Thanksgiving right there. Guess Who Loves You from all of us. Squirrels, leaves, birds, little hat. There's a pumpkin face. I used that last week, remember? Anyway. Okay, so what do you think? The leaves or the pumpkins? What do you think? Which one do you think? You tell me, and I'll add that on. And let's see once here. If I can find the other cards that, we need to do a grateful stamp. We need to do some stamping. We need to write the word grateful, and oh, we're not going to do that on this card. I just changed my mind. We're going to do this on an oval. So you tell me what you want for the stopper. So I'm going to we're going to do an oval like this, and we're going to do some pumpkins on that. You want me pumpkins? Okay, Melissa, we're going to do pumpkins. So I just took 2 pumpkins here, put it together with a dimensional. Then I put a gold one on top. So I want it to be sort of higher than many times. Take off my dimensional, and so I'm going to put it like this, and there it goes. Just maybe I'll move it over just a little bit. There we go. It doesn't make any difference really. Sometimes they'll be a little bit spread, a little taller, a little spread out. Either way, but that's cute. I like that a lot. Okay, we'll set that aside, and here will be our stamping. We're going to stamp on this oval this time, and this is sort of a interest. This will be a. Let me see. These are photopolymer also, so we're going to need. I'm going to bring in these. Let's see. We have everything is sort of close here on this little table. These are photopolymer. Where did I put my mat? Oh, here it is. Okay, my little oval piece that we're going to use, and we're going to use this stamp and this one, and the with a we could do Grateful Heart, or we could do Happy Thanksgiving. Maybe we'll do Happy Thanksgiving. Let's try that. It's not too far away. So we're going to bring in some of our brown ink, and ink this up really well. Happy Thanksgiving. And I'm going to put that right along the top like this. Very nice. It's a nice font. Okay, now we're going to do our pumpkins. And we're going to do 3 pumpkins in orange. And this is just sort of a cute little set. I'm not positive if there's an upside or, I'm not sure. Anyway, this is pumpkin pie ink. We'll just go with it the way I have it. And I'm going to stamp 1, 2, 3 pumpkins like that. And then, now this is the little trickier part for sure. Now we're going to do that stem, and this is where I need my black pen. Where did I put that? I had it on the other card. Let me see. Let's see if I can just find it, because we can't do this technique without that. Let me see where I put that. I have this brown, not brown Sharpie. It's a Stampin' Right marker. Where did I put that other tray of stamps? Just looking here and looking everywhere. We have to do this in green, and then okay, well, I guess we're not going to find it. I'm sure it's here. So here it is, right over here, way over there. I set it so far away. Okay, so now what we're going to do, I learned this technique, back when I first started stamping, probably in 1995, from my very first teacher, Shirley Hotop, back in Farmington, Missouri. I'm going to zoom in so you can see this a little bit. This is old olive ink. And so what I do, I'm going to take one of these Q-tips. These are sharp Q-tips. So I don't like them for your ears, for sure, because they're too sharp. But they're great for crafting, and you can get them at CVS or Walgreens. And so we're going to I meant to get that wet on the end. I think I'll just dip it in my water here. That'll work just fine, I think. My water bottle. And so we're going to stamp this up, And now we have a brown leaf and a brown stem. I mean, a green stem. I don't like that. I like it better if it's separate. So I'm going to ink it up. Then I'm going to take my Q-tip and I'm going to take off that green. I'm going to use my Stampin' Write. You can't do this with blends. You have to do it with your Stampin'. You have to do water soluble. And then I'm going to just, can't do it in the air, color that in. It always works better on red rubber. Photopolymer is a little more iffy. Then you take it and you blow some hot air on it. It's called huffing. But now you want to make sure you get it, the stem. Oh, there we go. There, brown stem. And now we're going to ink it up again in green. Take off the green on the, not the leaves, but on the stem part. This is really a fun, this is something you can do with words or anything. Blow on it, give it a little warm air. That sort of reactivates the ink because now I'm going to ink it up again with the green. Take off my, there we go. And just give it another coloring. You can use the side of your marker. It works a little bit better. Give it some hot air again and stamp it. And there we have all three. Isn't that cute? It's a little bit more tedious, but it works just super. And it gives you a cute look, I think. I'm so glad I found that brown because this whole thing would not have worked without it. And now we can put this on here like this. Oh, we got a little ink on the edge there. I have some ink on my hands. I think we'll put a nice dimensional right down the middle. And I'm just going to take one of my pieces. I've got different cut pieces like this. And I'm just going to cut a piece about that size. And I love those. They're just so fun. And then I can just put this right down the middle of my oval. And take my oval like that. And isn't that cute? It will fold flat like that. Oh, I forgot the sides. We'll do those next. And then we have to do something on Happy Thanksgiving. And then on the inside, we can write, thankful for you. Thankful for you would be a nice thing to say to someone. Let's see, we did that in the brown ink, the early espresso. So we'll do early espresso on this. I have a new ink pad, but it doesn't have, it's sort of dry, and I didn't re-ink it, so I pulled out my old one. There we go. Thankful for you. And there we have that. And now let's close up we need some little gems on there. We need to put some more little side pieces on, don't we? Let's see. And we could also put a bow like that would be sort of nice, I think. Or we could do twine. What do you think? Twine? A twine bow? Or a gold bow? Which one do you like? And I think then we'll put some of these gems on these matte, I love these. They're so pretty, these brushed metallic. So you tell me, do you want to see the gold bow or the twine bow? But while we're doing that, let's see once. What was I going to do? We're going to get our little side pieces. Where are those little side pieces? Mm-hmm. So they're just little slivers of pieces. And let's see once. We might not have any. Maybe I didn't cut any. Not sure. I'm positive I did, but sometimes it's really hard to be super organized because things are right here and right underneath me, and I can't even find them. So, because there's so much in such a small area. Let's see once if we have any in my other little kit. So, I don't think there are any. Let's see once we can probably make some real fast. I bet I can do that. And I can take my trimmer. What did you decide on the bow? Do you want the gold or the twine? I'll just pull out this little tiny trimmer of mine, and we'll just, so you want to make sure it's 4 inches long. This one is this is 4 inches. So this is a little hard to do on this, but it will work. So just like that, and we'll do one more. There we go. And thankfully I had those somewhat handy. Okay, and now which did you decide for bows? Twine or, I see one, Martina says twine. Twine, twine, twine. And we're going to put some glue on these. So we'll do some Tombow green glue. Just a tiny little skinny strip like that is all you need. You don't need to hardly press at all. And then I like to take my tweezers, and I can see these are a little bit wider than they're supposed to be, but that's okay. We can get them. We can trim them. I can trim them later. Well, maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just tear it. It's just way too wide. Take this one like that. And I don't know, I think I'll take my big scissors this time and just trim it down like that. That will be better. We'll do that with the other side right here. And then we need one more piece right there. And I'm going to trim this. Anytime you have a big scissors with a big blade like this, it's easier to cut a straight line. I could never do that with my small snips. I love my snips, but you have to use the big scissors for straight lines. Easy to do then. Okay, let's see what's here. And that's just going to go right there. The nice thing about that green Tombow glue is that it gives you a little bit of wiggle room. Okay, twine, twine, twine. Everyone's saying twine. Okay, let's put our twine on. Thank you for commenting. I appreciate that. Okay, and let's find our twine. I did like a triple bow right there, and I'm going to use one of my glue dots for that. And you just take your glue dots, and I like to just poke it right on like this. Take my fingernail. Poke it down. I actually like to use 2 of them just for safety. And it gives me a little bit. And I sort of pinch that glue together so it's not wide. It's not wide anyway because it's a little tiny glue dot. But take it apart like this. Give it a nice little twist. And isn't that pretty? And now let's choose our... We'll choose our enamel things because of the twine. So if we had chosen gold, then I would have used these, but now we're going to use this brassy, whatever color that is. So we'll put those on, and I'm going to use my take your pick tool. Love this. This one looks like I need to I have a refill in the drawer, but it's starting to get like it needs it. Oops, that one fell on the floor. So I'm going to put this right there. And the other one right over here. And our card is finished. Whoops. Except that's coming off right there. Thankful for you. Happy Thanksgiving. Isn't that pretty? That'll be a good one for my mom. So there's one. I'm going to zoom back out and bring in these cards from today. So there's one. There's Happy Thanksgiving. Here is the one I did. Here's another one I did with the same paper. Here you can see I used the blue right there. And let's see, there we go. There. Oh, I'm so glad you love this. There's one. I have one more. Let's see where is it? Oh, here's the other one. This one is with these wonderful leaves. There's the grateful. And I did the real big pumpkin. I think it's a little bit too big, but that's the way it is. So I like the smaller one better as an accent. See, there they are. Which is your favorite of those cards? I can't make it any, can't zoom out anymore. That's it. But isn't that cool the way this comes up like this? And it just stands up. And then but it folds flat and goes in that envelope. And that is so neat because here we have an envelope and you can just pack it right up, just fold it flat. And you know, anytime you've got so much bulk like this, I like to put either foam over it, another sheet of paper, another cardstock, or some board, a little, cardboard that goes in your envelope. Okay, that's good. Well, I'll post those and then you can, and with some measurements too, because this is a complicated one. Oh, I'm glad you like those so much. Okay, let's turn up. And here we go again. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I love all those hearts. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And, oh, goodness. These days just go by so fast. I love doing these Facebook Lives so much. And I can't believe these Tuesdays, from one Tuesday next, the days just fly by before we know it'll be winter. And I'm not quite ready for that at all. We are having gorgeous weather here in Montana and clear skies finally and no smoke. And I am really, really thankful that we have some days and it hasn't frozen yet. We haven't had a hard frost. We haven't had snow yet. Last year at this time, my flowers were covered with sheets because it snowed. So I'm glad and I have a paper clip hanging to my magnetic bracelet there. Look at that. So I am thankful for all those things because I am going to go outside and spend some time on the porch today, walk around and do some reading. I love to read outside when it's nice weather, and we haven't had any of that this summer. So anyway, girls, September 14th is today. That means 2 more weeks celebration. And I will see you all soon. I'll see you next week. And until then, enjoy your crafting and stamp some cards and send those too. Alrighty, thanks. Bye.